Okay, let's get right into it. We're not just here to help you get through your next presentation. No, we're here to help you absolutely master it. The whole goal here is to stop just being a speaker and start being an architect, the architect of your own incredible story. So, how do we do that? You know that feeling, right? That knot that just appears in your stomach, the shaky hands. You're about to stand up in front of a whole room of people. You've got something really important to share, but all you can think about is that horrible, dreaded possibility of death by PowerPoint. We've all been there. And this is the exact moment it happens. This is when your audience completely checks out. You throw a wall of text at them, and their brain just goes into overload. Your amazing idea, it gets totally lost in all that clutter. It's frustrating for you, and honestly, it's frustrating for them too. But what if we could trade that anxiety for some real, genuine confidence? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do today. We are going to lay out a clear, step-by-step plan to help you not just get over your fears, but to actually, truly command the room. And here it is. This is our roadmap. We're going to start with the foundation, crafting your content. Then we'll get into how you command the room with your delivery. And finally, we'll conquer the Q&A. So let's dive in. First things first, you gotta have a solid foundation. I mean, before you even think about what font to use or what you're gonna wear, you have to get your content and structure right. This is where it all starts. Let's kick things off with something called the sandwich method. It's super simple, but so powerful. Just look at this breakdown. A quick, punchy 5% for your intro, another strong 5% for your conclusion, and then the whole middle, 90%, that's the meat of your message. It's all about that balance. You know that classic advice, tell them what you're going to tell them, then tell them what you told them? That fits here perfectly. Now here is a rule that gets broken all the time, the redundancy principle. Put simply, if you've got a great graphic on screen and you're talking about it, for the love of all that is holy, do not put the exact same words on the slide. It makes your audience try to read and listen at the same time, and guess what? They end up doing a bad job at both. Your visuals should support what you're saying, not just be a transcript of it. So, how do you actually do that? How do you keep it clean? Here's your new secret weapon, the 5-5-5 rule. It is so easy to remember. No more than 5 words per line. No more than 5 lines of text on a single slide. And, this is a big one, no more than 5 text-heavy slides in a row. This rule forces you to be sharp, to the point, and it keeps your audience locked in on you. 40%. Remember this number. Just let it sink in for a second. This is your new editing mantra. The 40% rule is a challenge. Take your first draft and cut 40% of the text. It sounds brutal, I know, but it forces you to find powerful visuals and to only keep the most essential words. Trust me, your slides will be so much better for it. Okay, so your content is tight, your slides are clean. Now, let's shift gears and talk about delivery. Because, how you say something is often just as important as what you're saying. It's time to learn how to own that room. Your body is sending a message long before you say a single word. I mean, just look at the image on the left. That's the goal. Feet planted, shoulders back, open and available to the audience. That just screams confidence. Now, look at the right. Slouching, crossed arms, that signals doubt, or maybe that you're defensive. You want to own your space with confidence from the second you step up there. So what do you do with your hands? Well, using open palm gestures, like you see here, really communicates honesty and openness. The big thing to avoid is what some people call penguin arms. Where your arms are just pinned to your sides. It looks so awkward. Instead, use your space. Move with a purpose. Take a step forward when you want to emphasize a point. Take a little step back when you're transitioning to a new idea. Make every move count. All right, let's talk about your 2 biggest superpowers, your eyes and your voice. For eye contact, try the 5 to 7 second rule. You just hold your gaze with one person for a complete thought, like 5 to 7 seconds. It creates a real connection. Then you move on to someone else. And your voice? Think of it like an instrument. You gotta vary the pitch and the pace to keep it from being monotone. And always project to the person in the very back of the room. So, you've made it. The presentation is done, but now comes the part that a lot of people dread, the Q&A. Let's reframe this right now. The Q&A is not a test, it's not an interrogation. It is an opportunity to have a real, live conversation with your audience. So, to handle any question that comes your way, you can use the ABCD method.
It's a super simple framework to keep in your back pocket. A, answer the question directly. Don't dance around it. B, back it up with some kind of proof or evidence. C, confirm that you actually answered their question. A simple, does that make sense? Goes a long way. And D, depersonalize any hostile questions, which we're going to talk about right now.
You know, one of the most powerful things you can say is actually, I don't know. I know it sounds crazy, but admitting you don't have an answer doesn't make you look weak. It actually builds trust. It shows you're honest, you respect the question, and you're not just going to make something up, especially when you promise to find out and get back to them. So what do you do if a question feels, well, hostile? The absolute key is not to get defensive. You have to reframe it. If someone asks something loaded, like, why did you fail? You can calmly reframe it as, so you're asking about the challenges we faced along the way. See what that does? It immediately shifts the whole tone from a fight to a discussion. We are on the home stretch. You've got your content, your delivery is planned, you have a strategy for the Q&A. The very last piece of the puzzle is what you do in those crucial moments right before you go on. Let's build your pre-game ritual. Okay, your pre-game ritual needs to have these 3 things. Number 1, a full tech check. And have a backup. Seriously, have a USB stick with your slides. This isn't just about preventing a disaster, it's about eliminating a huge source of stress. 2, dress the part. Wear something that makes you feel confident and professional. And 3, this is so important, rehearse your concepts, not your exact words. If you know your ideas inside and out, you'll be able to speak way more naturally. At the end of the day, this quote from Chris Anderson, the curator of TED, really says it all. Everything we've talked about, every single technique, it all serves this one single purpose: to take an idea that's in your mind and successfully transfer it into the minds of your audience. That right there is the true art of this. So, there you have it. That's the roadmap. You now have the tools you need to build your content, to own the room, and to handle any question with confidence. The journey from here, well, that's up to you. So take one last look at this roadmap and ask yourself, what's the very first step you're going to master for your next presentation?